Hello, and welcome to another live video edition of AGT Time. Cody Patterson here, along with.
Along with Jay Bach, getting into the final 8 of our Brant Steel experiment.
Yeah, we're back. We took a week off. I think I needed kind of some time off a little bit. Had a lot of stuff going on at work. We're still in the off season. Life comes up on us. We do this as a nice, fun hobby, but every now and then we kind of need to take some time off.
Yep. We need to protect our families. Now, if you guys want to start paying us to put this together, we'll open up some Venmo or something. You can get your dollars to us. Maybe we'll be a little more consistent. But
yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, when the season starts here in about 5 weeks.
Oh my gosh, is that all it is?
5 weeks. We'll try to be way more consistent because we know, show is pretty much every week. So we're gonna have to talk about it, or we're gonna get way behind.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll try and keep updated with it. We'll talk about maybe what night of the week works best, if it's still going to be Thursday nights or something else. But yeah, we'll be making some good content. Hopefully, something that'll be enjoyable for all of you guys. I was talking to my son a little bit tonight, and we'll see if it's something that works out. But see if we can get like a Ezra's thoughts or a segment where he can tell you what he thought of the episode.
That would be a lot of fun. So we're now in part 3 of our Brant Steel AGT contestants play Survivor.
Right. So we quick recap. Cody and I selected 3 tribes. The first tribe was made up of winners of America's Got Talent who were singers. Second tribe made up of winners of America's Got Talent who were not singers. And the third tribe, you and I hashed out a bunch of names and ultimately decided who was going to end up in that third tribe of non-winners. And we've been going through the Brant Steel website, having it whittled down from the 18 original contestants down to the top 8 now. And we're going to try and knock out the rest of these episodes tonight.
Yep. So let's take a look at our top 8 real quick and kind of see what we got left here. So there we go. So everyone should be seeing that now. Now, for those listening on the audio podcast, just as a reminder, if you want to see the visual, if you want to kind of see what we're looking at, you can jump over to our YouTube channel and watch the video. I have the website pulled up. You should be able to see all the pretty little faces of all of our favorite AGT contestants and kind of watch the process as we go through the website.
Cody, is it easy to share our YouTube channel website? Is it like youtube.com/
I think it is. I think it might be YouTube. Yeah, I think it might be youtube.com/AGTcast. I'll have to double check that. But if you just go to YouTube and do a search for AGT Time, then it should come up for you.
All right.
So
that's the way to find it. And real quick, we'll do this at the top of the episode just to get it done. You can find us on Twitter at AGT Time. At Facebook is AGTcast or agtcast@gmail.com.
Yep. And we're each on Twitter as well. That's right. You got it right. Yep. And each of us are on Twitter. I'm on there at Cody L. Patterson.
And I'm on there at One Man Bander. And yeah, Venmo me enough dollars. We'll make sure that we give you a cast every week.
And also, I put the link to the YouTube channel usually in the show notes for the
great.
For the audio podcast. So if you have the audio cast up, or if you just go to our AGT Time site, you can just click on the link. It should take you right to it.
Awesome. All right.
So those watching on the video should now see the Brant Steel website. And here are our top 8. Here's what we have left. And we've gone through the merge. We're now in the Simon tribe.
The Simon tribe.
Or as I have it labeled here, the Simon tribe. Because when I set this up, I didn't know that they automatically tack tribe onto the end.
Yeah,
so it's the Simon tribe. So our top 8, Alfredo from Deadly Games.
Just Alfredo.
And, yep, just Alfredo. Nothing against, and I can't remember her name, but nothing against her. but we just wanted Alfredo, and now Alfredo was in danger of going home before we even started this game.
Yeah, he was on pretty thin ice.
Yeah, we did a Twitter poll of was Alfredo and who are the other two?
And it was another duo, but we only had one of them. It was
What's from Duo Transcend?
Duo Transcend,
Yep,
the
yep,
aerialist act. Yep.
and Tape Face.
And Tape Face. Yep.
Yep. So I think it was Tape Face went home. Is that right? No, Tape
No.
Face stayed. It was the guy from
Duo
Duo
Transcend.
Transcend.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. So in our Twitter poll, it was, hey, who's going to get voted off before we even started? But now Alfredo has made it to the top 8, so it's pretty good.
Alfredo has made it to the top 8. He's really exceeding all expectations.
Yep. Then we get Bianca Ryan, Grace Vanderwall.
Yep.
Yep. Kenichi Abina, Kevin Skinner, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., Piff, and looks like Mr. Piffles is coming along with him, and Steve, the professional regurgitator.
Yes. So we've got 2 ladies left, both young singers. Let's see, we've got 2 male singers left and 4 non-singing, let's call them variety acts.
Yeah, and you know how much we like our variety acts,
Yeah,
Jay.
so we half the crew is non-singing variety acts. So I'm feeling positive here.
I'm feeling really good about this. Yep, yep. So let's kind of see what our alliances are doing.
All right, so we've got alliance number 1 made up of the professional regurgitator Stevie Star, Alfredo of Deadly Games. They've got a 9 strength alliance. Each of them has a 9 strength loyalty.
Well, these guys are thick as thieves.
Yes, they are tight. And Stevie Star is exploring another alliance with Piff the Magic Dragon. He's not sure, if they're as strong. It's only a 5 strength alliance, 5 loyalty for professional regurgitator, 4 for Piff the Magic Dragon. They might be the fire breathing alliance if they were to give themselves a name, right?
There you go.
The things that come out of your mouth that maybe shouldn't alliance.
Yeah, this looks like it's a pretty good alliance because Stevie Star and Piff, they're both real specialty variety acts, with Piff and his comedy and his magic, and then as you kind of described Stevie Star, that really not for sure what this act is. Is it a magic act? Is it a comedy act? Is it a kind of what is it? So
is it a danger act? Yeah,
danger. Yeah,
it really is just one of the weirdest things. I cannot quite figure him out.
Yeah, it's very unique. And then to kind of then be as tight as he is with Alfredo from Daily Games, we know he's not hiding any knives for Alfredo.
It must not be.
No. So let's see what else we got down here.
All right, our other alliance, we've got all the singers together. Kevin Skinner, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., Bianca Ryan, and Grace Vanderwall. The whole alliance is a 4 strength. We've got a 5, 4, 3, and 5 across the board there. So not a particularly strong alliance, but large, which, you need numbers. You need numbers to make the votes happen.
Yep. Now I think this next one here is kind of talking about what the original alliance was back when they were in a group together.
Okay.
When they were in their original tribe.
So we had a 3 strength alliance, 3 strength loyalty from Alfredo, Piff, and Stevie. There was is that next one? That's a existing alliance, not an original alliance.
I think it was one of the original alliances. So
okay,
it's a little confusing, kind of how they do this.
It is.
Yeah.
And I wonder, original host pick tribe, original singer tribe alliance, new host pick tribe alliance.
Are they kind of just giving us a history here of everything?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a history or a current.
Okay, I think the big thing is these current one is this one up here,
up at the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
you've got Professional Regurgitator and Alfredo, who are very, very tight, but it's only two of them.
yeah. Okay,
So
so
let's
let's
see if
see
we
what
get any
our see
fights
what our
or getting anything else going on here.
yep. Let's go to see what the rewards are doing. So what's our
All
challenge
right.
here?
This is the barrel bridge. Using 4 barrels and 2 planks and 1 piece of rope, the team must transport all 4 tribe members across 3 sections from one end of the field to the other. If somebody falls off or if a plank touches the ground, then that team would have to go back to the start of the section they were in. The first team to get all their members to the other side of the field wins the reward. So this is a game where you have to get everybody from one side of the play field to the other side. I seem to recall it was like maybe 25 yards across, uh, using just your 4 barrels. So you got 4 people on each group and 4 barrels, 2 planks. So it's like move a barrel in front of the other one, lay a plank across it, move people across it, move the barrel up, move the plank, move the people, move the barrel, move the plank, move the people, try and get across. If I recall, when this happened in the actual episode, one of the groups was falling behind. They decided to like roll the barrels up on their side and like walk backwards on them like a ball,
Oh, okay.
to make the barrels roll forward. And that was also not a winning strategy, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, so they're divided into 2 groups here, 2 groups of 4.
2 groups of 4. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So it looks like Stevie, Kenichi, Piff, and Bianca win this reward.
An interesting group. Yeah. Let's see. Piff and Stevie Star had a little bit of an alliance going into this, but that's really it. So it's a pretty wide open group there. Maybe they'll be making some friends along the way here.
Yeah. So for winning that, they win a sailing trip while eating burgers, bacon, and pie.
Burgers, bacon, and pie. Now that sounds like a meal.
That does sound like a meal.
I'm for it. Stevie, he may just save some of that for later. He doesn't have to eat it all now.
That's true. That's true. Let's kind of store that away.
That's gross.
Yeah. So okay, so let's see what the immunity challenge is doing now.
All right, that was just the for fun reward challenge. Let's see the immunity challenge.
Okay.
All right, this is called water weight. Do you want to tell us this one?
Yeah, so the castaways will each hold onto a rope handle attached to 25% of their body weight. As the challenge continues, the weight will become too much to bear. The rope will unspool and the weight will drop, which will tip a bucket of water. When the water falls on them, they are out of the challenge. The last man and the last woman standing win immunity.
All right, so this is all about the grip strength and the apparatus that they're holding is, think like a bicycle handle or something. Just a straight bar across, but maybe about that width. And as it slips, as the weight of that slips, it's going to cause the bucket over their head, some Rube Goldbergian way to splash on them. So it's all about the grip on this one.
Okay, so it talks about 25% of their body weight during the time that they're on the island. Do people noticeably lose weight?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. And I don't know if they would take their weight on their way into the challenge, or if they go with like their pre-season weight, their day one weight. I would guess that they go with their pre-season weight, honestly.
Okay. Do you know about on average how much people typically lose?
Oh boy, people have lost a bunch. I want to say like clear back in season 2 or 3, Big Tom lost something like 50 pounds, some enormous number.
Wow.
But it's not uncommon to see 20 or more.
Okay. Guess when all you're eating is rice and chicken, then
Yeah, and you're working hard, and your exposure to the elements and just all the things, the shivering and all that, it takes its toll. There's a lot of calories burnt in a day.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Alfredo and Grace win immunity.
Yeah, it must have gone
Alfredo's
to the top male and top female performers, I'm thinking. get the
Yeah.
immunity?
Yep. Yeah, the last man and the last woman standing
Last
win
man and last
immunity.
woman. All right.
Yep.
So
Man, Alfredo is killing it.
he's killing it. Grace only had to do better than Bianca Ryan.
That is true. Now, what if there was only one woman left in the competition?
I suppose she would
I guess
not have
she.
to work so hard at it. Yeah,
I guess that's true. Yeah, good point.
that's luck.
That's why you're here for the deep analysis there, Jay. Okay, so let's see what the tribe is up to.
Okay, so since they've combined into the Simon tribe, nobody has yet found the Simon Tribe idol. But wait, Stevie found it. Our professional regurgitator has the Simon Tribe idol.
And now he can keep it on his person without anybody knowing it.
Nobody's going to have a clue if he doesn't want to share it. And then our chicken catcher, his name's escaping me.
Kevin Skinner.
Kevin Skinner, thank you. Says he's rubbing the tribe the wrong way, which is not where you want to be heading into this tribal council.
Yep.
I don't seem to think that he had a real strong alliance with anybody either at this point.
No, I don't think he did. No.
All right, let's see how the tribal council goes. Okay, Steve has the extra vote. Steve has the Simon Tribe. So he is all flush with all these advantages.
Okay, so what was this extra vote? Can you refresh me on that?
I don't remember where or how he came up with it, honestly. Okay. But it is an extra vote. So at some point he would be able to, when he's casting his vote, say, I'm also pulling this extra parchment out of my vest, and I'm going to cast an extra vote for the person that I write on it. Okay. It's a really hard advantage to play correctly. If you're in like a final 8 here where we're at, if Stevie, if you're not likely to go into this tribal council with a 4-4 tie, usually you've given yourselves a advantage, like a 5-3 advantage. If you are in the minority of a 5-3 disadvantage, you cast an extra vote, it's still just a 5-4 disadvantage. If you are in the majority, you don't need to use it. Right? So if you get into an odd number of players, you're a final 7, right? You've got a 4-3 final 7 split, right? You could possibly play it to cause a tie if you're in the minority, to make it a 4-4 instead of a 4-3 split. But then you're still only causing a tie. You're not causing a victory. So you really need to use it with like a 3-2-1 split or something where you are only gaining a plurality instead of a majority. It's a really hard advantage to use, is what I'm trying to say.
and we've seen what happens when we get ties.
Yes. Yeah. And we learned that early on. If you get a tie and you can't break the tie as a group, the 2 people that, or I guess whoever was in the tie receiving votes, would then be immune, and everybody else has to draw rocks.
That was so brutal. I've never seen anything like that before.
Such good TV, though.
Yeah, I guess. Right? I guess so. Let's see. Let's bring this back in here so everyone can see it. So Steve has the extra vote.
Steve has the extra vote. Steve has the hidden immunity idol. He's feeling pretty good tonight. And who has immunity? We've got Grace Vanderwall and Alfredo with immunity. So
yes,
I'm thinking votes are going to go to Kevin Skinner. He was just who was rubbing the tribe the wrong way here a moment ago.
Okay, well, let's take a look.
Let's see. Stevie does play the extra vote, and he will vote twice. Now, this isn't a vote doubler. He could choose to vote, one for person A and another one for person B, which, might be the smarter way to play that. I haven't, I guess I don't have my brain wrapped around sort of the minutia of that strategy, but, that would be one way to play it. You don't have to just double the person that you're voting on. You could choose to vote for two different people. Say you're afraid that one of them might have an idol or something that they're going to play.
Okay.
And he does not play the Simon Tribe idol. So he's still going to keep a hold of his idol, but he's using that extra vote. First vote goes to Kenichi. Second vote goes to Kevin Skinner. Third vote goes to Kenichi. That's 2 votes Kenichi, 1 vote Kevin Skinner. Fourth vote, Kenichi. Fifth vote, Kenichi. Sixth vote, Kenichi. Oh, that is going to be enough. He is out of here. Final results are 8 votes Kenichi Abino, 1 vote Kevin Skinner. So we know who the 1 vote for Kevin Skinner came from.
Yes.
Yeah, so the next page says see how everybody voted, but we can
We pretty
logic
much
that
know.
out. Yeah. Everybody voted for Kenichi. Kevin wasn't real sure about, Professional Regurgitator wasn't real sure about the plan. He wanted to double down on Kenichi and make sure that he was actually going to be the one that goes home. So.
Yep, and he did. Yep.
Whew.
Well, that was surprising.
Boy, just a landslide.
Yeah, we thought we were going to see Kevin Skinner go home, but
that's what it sounded like.
To have Kenichi go home, that's surprising.
We'll see if he's still going to be friendly in the next episode here.
Okay, so we're coming down to it. We're almost to the end here, Jay.
All right, final 7. We've still got our 2 lady singers, Bianca and Grace Vanderwall. We've still got our 2 gentlemen singers, Kevin Skinner and Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. And our variety acts are down to Alfredo, Piff, and Stevie Star. Let's see how our alliances are stacking up right now. We've got Alfredo and Professional Regurgitator, still a 9 strength alliance, still 9 strengths to each other. They're ride or dies. They're all in with each other. Just that, small percent of you that says, you're still out for $1 million and I'm still out for $1 million. So we're not brothers, but they are definitely in this together. We've got the existing Piff and Professional Regurgitator with just a 5 strength alliance. The Singer Tribe alliance, we've got all 4 of them with just a 4 strength alliance. Our original Host Tribe alliance, just a 3 loyalty. And then the other alliance of 5 at just a 4 strength loyalty. So not much to be said of Alfredo, Bianca, Kevin, Grace, and Landau all together. But they do have the numbers, and if they vote together, they'll be just fine.
Okay, so we're still doing reward challenges here. After having burgers on a cruise, basically, I'm not sure how much better these rewards can get.
Boy, you know what? Sometimes they knock them out of the park, and sometimes they're sort of a sleeper. Any reward you get at this point in the game, it's almost a the emotional pick-me-up. Sometimes it can be just an opportunity to get away with the people that you want to chat with, that you want to have a sit down with, people that you want in your alliance or people that aren't in your alliance and you want to try and get them in your alliance. There's all sorts of ways to play the strategy of these rewards. It's not just about the reward. It is about sort of the social politicking that goes along with it.
Yeah, they've been on the island for a month now, so you're right. They're wanting to find out where people stand in these last, I guess, few days.
Yeah, we're down to just the last few days, and every little bit that you can get between now and day 39 to give you that clarity, to give you an advantage, you want to use it.
Okay, well let's see what people are going to do.
Yeah, let's roll through. The reward challenge. Here we go. We've got reward challenge. Dulcimer Stomp. Now, I would think that your variety acts would do well with a dulcimer, right?
That's
Or
true.
I
But you're musicians.
your
Yep.
your Appalachians. Maybe this sounds like Kevin Skinner's kind of thing here. Teams will begin by unspooling ribbons from a pole to release a key. So it's like a maypole in reverse, right?
Yep.
Once they have the key, they would build a ladder to climb the top and use that key to release a bag of balls. They would then make their way through a net sling to the finish, where they would attempt to land those balls in a series of targets. First team to get one ball on each of the 5 targets wins reward. So pretty classic obstacle course and some sort of puzzle or get things into their place at the end.
Yeah. So it looks like it's three and four. I guess a three person team and a 4-person team.
It might have been like a 3-3, and if you were the last one picked, you don't get to play.
Oh, ouch.
Or
Okay.
sometimes they'll give that last person, you get to choose what group you want to be with, and
Okay.
if they win, you get the reward. They've run it a few different ways, but I'm a little surprised they're still doing like what we'd call group challenges, not just
Yeah.
individual rewards.
Yeah. I figured at this point everything was individual.
But if they do, what Jeff calls the schoolyard pick, there's politicking that goes into who are you picking to be on your team.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So,
yeah.
I may not necessarily need the person who's going to win the challenge, but I need the person that I want to spend some time with while the other people win, or while we win.
Yeah.
So that's part of what goes into it. But our winners are Kevin Skinner, Grace Vanderwall, and Alfredo from Deadly Games.
Man, Alfredo and Grace are just beasts when it comes to competition.
They cannot lose. Kevin Skinner was lucky to end up on their team.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They win a feast and an opportunity to deliver supplies to an orphanage.
Oh, that seems nice.
So that's kind of a fun thing they do. Yeah, they do like to try and give back to the communities sometimes. They'll bring supplies to hospitals, or in this case to the orphanage. You'll see people playing with the kids. Can be really kind of a heartwarming scene.
It also gives them a chance to kind of be around other people for a little bit.
Yeah,
they've been around the same people for a month now, and this kind of gives them an opportunity not only to help out, but just kind of also be around different people.
Yeah, you might see different people. I seem to remember there was one of the characters on this particular season, Wu, was just like doing like karate moves for the kids and like kung fu sort of stuff that they were all getting a kick out of, and playing soccer and just like really just friendly. Like you see like a part of their personality come out that you just don't really get to see in the game.
Yeah, it sounds like it can really kind of lift your spirits for the stretch here at the end.
Yep, a really great reward.
Okay, let's see who gets immunity.
All right, is that going to lift their spirits?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, more. All right, so this is
Wow.
called backsplash. Each person has to balance on a very small perch while leaning back, holding onto a rope. Every 5 minutes, they'll move further down the rope, which makes it more difficult. So they're leaning further and further and further back. When they can't hold any longer, they drop into the water and they're out of the challenge. Last person left standing wins immunity. And it's surprise, surprise, Alfredo.
This is amazing.
He is unstoppable. So he's not going home tonight. Let's see what happens between immunity challenge and our event here. We know that Stevie has the Simon Tribe idol. There's no new idol hidden. Piff and Bianca bond a little, and we're off to tribal council. What do you think Piff and Bianca would bond over?
Well, she's singer and magician, comedian. I don't know how much they would have in common. Maybe now if Mr. Piffles were around, maybe she likes little puppy dogs.
Maybe it was over Mr. Piffles. They would both love him.
It's got to be more about Mr. Piffles because I'm not sure what all they would really have in common.
Yeah,
they're not from similar seasons. They don't have similar talents. So I don't know, but it's got to be Mr. Piffles.
Eras,
yeah, it's got to be Mr. Piffles.
All right, so we've got our votes. Stevie has the idol. Castaways all vote. If anybody wants to play the idol, now would be the time to do it. And Stevie Star, the professional regurgitator, is feeling pretty thin ice. He's ready to play his tribe idol. So any votes cast for the professional regurgitator will not count. And remember, Alfredo does not have any votes against him either. So first vote goes to professional regurgitator, does not count. Second vote, professional regurgitator, does not count. Third vote does not count. Fourth vote does not count. He played that idol perfectly. Fifth vote goes to Kevin Skinner. Sixth vote, Kevin Skinner. That is enough. Kevin Skinner, the tribe has spoken.
I guess we're at that point now where they don't need chickens anymore, so he's kind of useless.
You're not bringing home the chicken bacon.
Nope. So let's see who voted for who.
All right. Yeah. Stevie Star, he read the group. He knew what he had to do. He saved his own butt. What do we got? Alfredo voted for Kevin Skinner. Who else voted for him if we scroll down here? Alfredo, Piff, and Professional Regurgitator all voted for Kevin Skinner. Landau, Eugene Murphy Jr., Kevin Skinner. Let's see, was it Bianca Ryan, and who else voted for Stevie Star here? And Grace Vanderwall.
Grace Vanderwall, yeah.
So it was all four of those singers all voted for Stevie Star.
So yeah, that's interesting that the singers voted for the variety act, and the variety acts voted for the singer.
Yep, and he was smart enough, or somebody played their hand poorly, and he knew to play that idol, saved himself, and now we've got 3 singers left and 3 variety acts left going into the next episode.
So this is the final episode before the finale.
Yep,
6 left.
6 left. Should we see how she goes down?
Let's see how it goes down. Let's see. So we still got Stevie Star and Alfredo are still aligned.
Stevie Star and Alfredo. They're the ones that are thick as thieves.
Yeah.
You're not prying them apart with a crowbar.
Now his idol's gone. It's done, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It's been spent.
Okay.
They may re-hide that idol or put one out in its place for somebody to find. But no, it's been spent. Stevie Star is also 5 strength aligned with Piff. And then we've got our 3 singers together, Bianca, Grace, and Landau, Eugene Murphy Jr. with just a 4 strength alliance. And they're saying Alfredo, Piff, and Professional Regurgitator just a 3 strength alliance. And then there's one more here. We've got the 3 singers along with Alfredo, the challenge beast, with a 4 strength alliance. So they've got numbers. They've got they're reaching across the aisle a little bit. The singers are mingling with Alfredo and possibly seeing if that looks bad for Piff and Stevie Star. I don't know.
Yeah, we're pretty well balanced here with 3 singers and 3 variety acts left.
Yeah, but somebody's gonna defect. So we don't have a 3-3 tie again. Nobody wants to go out of the game by drawing rocks.
That's right. We've seen that.
All right.
So I guess is our last reward challenge.
It may be the last one. It's yeah.
So this is last week before the finale. So this would probably be our last reward challenge.
Most likely. It's possible if they would have a reward challenge, but yeah, it's most likely. Yeah, they usually buzz through those last few pretty quick in the finale.
Okay, so this one's called Forward Progress. The teams would race through a series of obstacles and then untie knots to release a drawbridge. They would then use a hatchet to chop a rope, which would release puzzle pieces. Once they have all the puzzle pieces, they would use them to solve a word puzzle. A reward with all the fixins.
That's the puzzle that they have to figure out. That's the words that they need to spell with their pieces.
Okay.
A reward with all the fixins.
First team to get it right wins.
So
this is a 2 teams of 3.
Still a 3-3 reward challenge. Ward goes to Bianca Ryan, along with Piff the Magic Dragon. They were getting along a little bit, and the Professional Regurgitator.
Yeah,
And
Alfredo
then
didn't win this. Alfredo didn't win this time.
he didn't. He didn't win. Good eye.
Yeah.
His first, non-victory in who knows how long. And it says they won a helicopter tour of Nicaragua and a surf and turf meal with wine.
Wow, you're right. These rewards are getting better.
Ooh, buddy. So yeah, helicopter tour, seafood and steak and wine. So that's a nice chance for those three to have some maybe get their head out of game time if they're getting along that well. We know that Regurgitator and Piff and Bianca Ryan, there's some friendliness going on here. So maybe it's going to turn into something even better for them as they move forward here.
Okay, let's see what. So yeah, we had Piff and Bianca kind of aligned. So it's interesting that Alfredo and Stevie Star were not on the same team.
No, yeah, and I don't know if they were just drew teams out of a hat or how that went down, but that's that. Yeah.
Okay.
To the immunity challenge. Castaways, each using a grappling hook, retrieve 3 bags. Each bag contains a ball. Once they have the 3 bags, they would use one of those balls to solve a table maze. The first person to finish wins immunity. And the winner is not Alfredo.
That's Stevie Star.
Stevie Star. So he's Stevie's coming on strong here at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
And after that last tribal council, he would have been voted out without his immunity idol that he played. This time he wins immunity, so he's still in it.
He's going to the finale.
Here we go. Proceed to the tribe events before we vote somebody out. No one's found the re-hidden idol. This round, Stevie and Landau have a minor fight. Uh-oh, Landau.
Yeah. What do you think they're fighting about?
Boy, I don't know. Landau was saying, well, for just a variety act, I don't know how you made it this far. He says, I'm not a variety act. He says, okay, fine. For being a magician, I can't believe you made it this far. He says, I'm not a magician. Well, okay, fine. For being a danger act, I'm not a danger act. That's what it was.
Okay.
He was trying to pigeonhole him, and he wasn't having it.
He's a magical danger comedian.
He's something, yeah. Okay. So we know that Stevie Star cannot get votes. Everybody else might, though. First vote goes to Grace Vanderwall. Second vote goes to Grace Vanderwall. Third vote goes to Alfredo. Fourth vote goes to Alfredo. Now, this has been their first chance to vote for him in who knows how many weeks. So,
right. I'm afraid what I'm getting ready to see.
2-2, Grace and Alfredo. Where are we going here? Fifth vote goes to Grace Vanderwall. And, oh, no. Sixth goes to Alfredo. It's a 3-3 tie.
Okay.
We're gonna revote.
Okay.
Right? This is a tie and a revote. The people in the tie will not revote. So we're just gonna see 4 votes here. First vote goes Grace. Second vote goes Alfredo. Third vote goes Alfredo. Fourth vote goes to
another
Grace.
Tie, Jay.
Another tie. 2 votes Alfredo, 2 votes Grace Vanderwall. That means that Alfredo and Grace and Stevie Star are all immune.
Wow.
They don't have to draw rocks. Who's going to draw rocks? That means it's going to be who do we have left here? It'll be
Bianca Ryan.
Bianca, Piff, Landau,
Yep.
Eugene Murphy Jr. Is it just those 3?
It's just those 3. Yep.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we scroll down and see where this goes to. All right, there's a tie. Therefore, each player will draw a rock. Whoever draws the purple rock will leave the game. Our second And Bianca. Oh, Bianca Ryan.
Wow, that's a big turn of events there, Jay.
The tribe has spoken.
So that's interesting. The very first week we had a tie with rocks, and then the
Yeah.
last week we had a tie with rocks.
They didn't learn their lesson, or
No.
they were willing to put their necks on the line. They would rather take their chances drawing rocks than um, than break their alliance, break their trust, because the people that you're voting out are the people that are going to vote for you to get $1 million. So
Yep.
there is something to be said for courting courting the jury.
Well, do you want to see how everyone voted?
Yeah, let's see how it went down. All right, Alfredo for Grace, Bianca, Grace, and Landau all for Alfredo. So it was Alfredo, Piff, and Stevie Star all voted for Grace.
Yep.
Makes sense. It was our variety acts versus our singers. That's how it broke down.
That's interesting. That's fascinating. That it did that. Okay, so I think we're in the finale now.
We are in the finale episode. We've got our final five. We've got probably a 2-hour finale leading up to the reunion episode. We've got just our 2 singers left: Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., the crooner, and Grace Vanderwall, the cute as a button ukulele player, along with Alfredo, the knife thrower, Piff, the magic dragon magician, and also the professional regurgitator who professionally regurgitates. Let's see how alliances are. We know that Alfredo and Professional Regurgitator have been nothing but best of friends, thick as thieves, tight as a knot. I don't know. We've also got Professional Regurgitator entertaining an alliance with Piff. So those 3 variety acts are just as friendly as can be. They're still sticking together. I'd be very surprised to see anything other than Grace or Landau go home first here. And I think that pretty well gets
I
those
don't think.
alliances. Other
Yeah,
than, we've still got Landau, Eugene Murphy Jr., Grace Vanderwall, dabbling with Alfredo as a possible third for their alliance. And if he chose to flip, that could spell bad news for either Stevie Star or Piff the Magic Dragon. And reward goes to Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. That's all it's going to tell us.
yep. We're not sure why they picked him, but
We don't know what the challenge was, but he'll happily take it.
Piff wins immunity.
Challenge goes to Piff, and we are just rolling right through this episode. No one's found the idol. No one had it or found it. Grace and Alfredo bond a lot.
That's interesting.
Because Alfredo's a beast.
Yeah.
I think he might win this thing.
Yeah, I'm with you on it.
All right, proceed to tribal council here. We've got just our 5 castaways all vote. There's no immunity or anything to be played. The only thing that we know is that our
Piff has immunity.
Piff has immunity.
Yep.
First vote goes to Stevie Star, the professional regurgitator. Second vote goes to Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. Third vote, Stevie Star. Fourth vote, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. Where's it going to go?
Ooh.
Fifth vote, Landau Eugene
I was getting
Murphy
nervous
Jr.
there.
3 votes Landau, 2 votes professional regurgitator. Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. The tribe has spoken. So I'm guessing this was just the same breakdown that we've been expecting. Variety X vote for Landau. Grace and Landau vote for Stevie Star.
Yeah, I was getting nervous for Stevie Star.
Oh yeah, and Alfredo may have flipped on him, but again, he has to think about who he is going to have on the jury, how he wants to play the end game, and earn those votes from the people that he's voting out. So it seems like maybe the safe bet is to pick off Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. All right, final 4. We've still got Alfredo and Stevie Star. We've also got Piff the Magic Dragon and Stevie Star. Going down, we've got Alfredo, Piff, and Stevie Star. And then playing still, we've got Alfredo and Grace getting along pretty well. So Alfredo's friends with everybody. Professor Regurgitator's friends with everybody. Immunity challenge. Alfredo wins immunity, so he's not going home. That leaves the other four in a toss-up spot here. No significant events occur. We're ready to get to another vote. Okay, 4 folks left. 3 Variety Acts and Grace Vanderwall. First vote, Stevie Star. Second vote, Grace Vanderwall. Third vote, Stevie Star. Fourth vote, Grace Vanderwall.
Didn't we just run into this not too long ago?
2 votes, Stevie Star. 2 votes, Grace Vanderwall. It's another tie. Another revote. People in the tie will not revote. So I'm guessing the person who flipped was Alfredo.
Yeah.
See if maybe he could bring one of those other guys along with him. I don't know. But
yeah, you know, okay. So Big Brother kind of has this situation as well. Is that, you know, do you bring your best friend person with you to the end, you know, and sit next to them and have a chance of losing to them, or do you take them out and then they're in the jury in order to get you a vote? So it's one of those big choices that you got to make.
right. And if you choose to put them on the jury, are they going to vote with you?
Right.
Or are they gonna
Are they gonna be bitter?
are they gonna be bitter? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, how is the jury, you know, what's the feeling among the juries? Are they all bitter? Or is it kind of a love tribe? Everybody's getting along and we're having a great time. We're all going to be buddies after this. It's hard to say how this might go down.
Yeah. This is where it really gets exciting because you just don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. We've got our tie, our revote. First vote goes to Grace. Second vote goes to Stevie Star. I'm seeing the top of his head. And it's another tie.
Wow. We're going to rocks again. Does this happen a lot?
No, it doesn't, because nobody wants to lose the game. Nobody wants to lose the whole thing with just a random chance.
Okay.
So now let's stop here for a second.
Okay.
Who's sitting on immunity? It's Alfredo.
Yes.
Grayson and Stevie Star are both immune because they stuck in a tie. Does that mean that Piff the Magic Dragon is the only one who can draw the rock?
Piff goes home because of this.
Oh.
Let's see if that's the way it plays. Let's see if that's the way it plays out.
That's what logic is telling me. Because I don't think that Alfredo is able to be eliminated after winning immunity. Oh, this says a tiebreaker challenge will occur.
Okay.
So Final Four may be a little different, and I forget,
because it doesn't say that the two of them aren't part of it.
Right. I don't. Oh man, I don't remember the specifics of this. I'm sorry. I know they recently changed the way that the Final Four is played. But yeah, in this case, because it's a tie, it's just a 2-2 tie. They are going to a tiebreaker challenge. I think it's like I think it's a fire building challenge here. So Grace and Stevie both have to build a fire, and whoever builds their fire, you know, large enough and hot enough to burn their rope wins.
Okay.
I believe that's how that went down. And Grace Vanderwall out fire builds Stevie Star.
Wow.
Stevie Star, the tribe has spoken. Let's see how each Castaway voted.
Yep, there it is.
Alfredo voted for Stevie. Grace voted for Stevie. Piff voted for Grace. Stevie voted for Grace.
Final tribal council.
So there it is. Fortunately, that was final four for Piff. He has a chance at this. Grace Vanderwall, she's got friends on the jury. She might have just, there might be enough of the singers hanging out there for her to make her case to garner the votes she needs. And Alfredo has been nothing but a beast. It's really anybody's game. Who do you think's got this?
I'm going to go with Alfredo. I think he's really been a beast. He's got, if Stevie doesn't get better, I think Stevie Star could really help. I'm guessing they get a chance, that the jury get a chance to talk to each other.
Yeah, so the jury on their time out of the game, they go to what they call Ponderosa.
Yeah,
where they're going to spend time together. They're going to talk about who did what and how's everybody feeling, and who might vote what ways. I'm sure those conversations happen, no doubt.
Yeah.
And then the jury sits in on all the tribal councils as those happen from the final, whatever it is, 10, 11, down to the final 3 here. Then the final 3 tribal council, they have a forum or an opportunity to ask the last 3 castaways questions and hash out, see who's going to vote what way, or make your case. So Alfredo's going to say, I've been a challenge beast. You know that I deserve this. Been nothing but awesome out here. Grace is going to say, I've been your friend. I'm one of you guys. And Piff the Magic Dragon is going to say, but I'm hilarious, and I've brought levity to the whole game. And
I've got this cute little puppy with me too.
And I've been a whole lot of fun to be around. So,
yeah.
I feel like, what do they call it? Outwit, outplay, outlast.
That's right.
The outplay is going to go to Alfredo, right? He's been the challenge guy. The outwit, that might be Grace. I don't know. And the outplay or the social side, or the outlast, I guess, would be maybe Piff. I don't know. You can make an argument for anybody going anyway. So let's see how this puppy ends up.
Okay, so talk to me about the reunion show.
So typically Jeff will collect the votes, and he will not read them off until the reunion show. So they'll bring back all 18 contestants. They're put them all up on stage. You typically hear something from everybody, depending on how packed CBS wants to make it. Sometimes they'll have some really unfortunate things that CBS wants to cram in there, or things that take up time. Sometimes, lately anyhow, the 2-hour finale episode sort of starts to take up 15-20 minutes of the finale episode. So the hour of finale is crunched down from it's 60 minutes down to just 40-45 minutes, and you're getting more episode but less reunion. But I guess that's kind of how it goes down.
So is the reunion episode, is it live or is it still a taped thing?
It's live. Yep.
It is live. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes they film it in New York. Sometimes they film it in California.
Okay, that's good. Okay, you ready to see our winner?
I'm on pins and needles over here.
Do you have a prediction?
Man, I like Piff the most of all these, so I would say I hope for Piff the Magic Dragon. I think that Grace has just as good a chance as anybody. She's probably the most commercially successful of these 3. But Alfredo, he has played the game better than anybody. So, boy.
Yeah, Grace is the actual only AGT winner in this group.
Yeah, is she going to be a double winner? Get her second million?
Yeah.
A multi-millionaire?
There you go.
Teenager here.
That's right. I'm going to go with Alfredo. I think that these last few weeks with his competitions, He's got Stevie Starr on the jury, which they've been best buds for a while now.
They've
I
been
think that's
buddies.
yep. I think that's going to be a lot of it right there. So here we go.
Here
Our
we go.
winner, our winner of our first Brant Steele AGT Play Survivor
Is
Hey,
Alfredo
look at that.
611. Let's see who voted for Grace and who voted for Piff. Otherwise, everybody else voted for Alfredo.
So what's the 6-1? Oh, is the one the so you have 611. What's that other
Yeah,
one?
so the 8 jurors, 6 of
Yeah.
them voted for Alfredo, 1 of them
Okay.
voted for Grace, and 1 of them voted for
Oh
Piff.
yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
So second place is shared between those two.
Wow. Eli Matson, completely forgot about him.
Eli Matson voted for Alfredo. Sophie Dossi voted for Alfredo. Matt Franco voted for Alfredo. Kenichi was the guy who voted for Piff. They must have gotten along well enough. Kevin Skinner voted for Alfredo. Bianca Ryan was the one who cast the vote for
Yeah.
Grace. Not a surprise there.
Girls got to stick together.
They were buddies. They,
Yep.
it's not just a female thing. They had an
Singers.
alliance there. They were fine.
They're singers.
Singers. Otherwise, Landau voted for Alfredo.
Child's winner singers.
Yes.
So
yes.
they were both kids when they won.
Very different eras of the show, but
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Landau, Eugene Murphy Jr., and Stevie Starr both voted for Alfredo. So not a big surprise coming down into that final 3.
So what's his fan vote now?
I don't know. See who the fan favorite was. Sophie Dossi wins the fan favorite. Sometimes they'll have like a sponsored, the Sprint fan favorite or the Pringles fan favorite. Or I don't think it's ever been Pringles. But
do they win money? Do they win money?
Yeah, sometimes I want to say that's happened. I didn't remember that being a part of this season. But my memories failed me. I haven't watched this actual season for quite a while.
That's interesting that Sophie is the fan favorite because she hasn't been on there in a while.
And it's been a few weeks.
Yeah, and I don't remember how much of an impact she had when she was on there. So.
But she's terribly likable.
She's very likable. Yes, I will agree with that.
The winner was Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. We can see our placements here. I don't know how
Alfredo.
much of these stats we want to.
The winner was Alfredo. Landau Eugene Murphy Jr.
Did I really?
Yes.
Oh man, must be getting late. Alfredo of Deadly Games. Second place is a tie between Grace and Piff the Magic Dragon. Fourth place goes to Professional Regurgitator. On down the line, we got Landau, Bianca, Kevin Skinner, Kenichi, Matt Franco, and then Sophie, Eli Matson.
Bianca Ryan, Purple Rock.
Yeah, we had a lot of Purple Rocks. Eli Matson rounded out the jury, and then we had Paul Zerden, Michael Grimm, Shin Lim, Darcy Lynn Farmer, Went Too Soon, Tape Face, Kinetic King, who was our first Purple Rock recipient, the first one to lose to that, and the very first one out was the very second winner ever, Terry Fader.
Yeah, and I said earlier that the first week was a Purple Rock. It was actually the second week that was
the first week that we talked about it.
Yeah.
Not one of our ventriloquists made the jury.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got a recap of all that.
A little bit of a summary
here.
Yeah, we're not going to go through all this.
Get through all that. There might be some interesting stats here about who received how many votes or any details like that. Who rubbed people the most wrong. Alfredo had 4 total wins. Alfredo had 1 reward win. 4
and
total.
Three immunity wins.
It's really hard to compete with somebody when they just suck up all the immunity wins.
Stevie Starr, most strategic.
Most strategic goes to Stevie Starr, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., and then Piff the Magic Dragon. Interesting. Alfredo didn't need to be strategic, I guess.
Yeah.
Most votes received goes to Sophie Dossi with 16 total. We had 3 people with 0 votes received. Bianca Ryan, Piff the Magic Dragon, and the Kinetic King. Not one of them received a vote, and not one of them won the game.
Yeah, and Bianca Ryan, no. Kinetic King went home on Purple Rock.
Yep. Piff the Magic
And
Dragon went home on Purple Rock, and Bianca Ryan went home on Purple Rock.
wow.
Not one of them received a vote.
And still went home. Wow, okay.
Oh.
That's incredible. So that's it. We're done.
Oh, the humanity. All right. Well, congratulations to Alfredo. He found a way to get to a victory, even though he was not the most strategic. He was simply dominant.
Yeah, and he came in as basically a wild card because
he was absolutely a wild card.
He was in a vote to go home before the game even started.
Yep. I was just reminded this last week. I was listening to Rob Sesternino's podcast. He had a catch up with oh gosh darn it, his name's escaping me. A winner of one of the past seasons. He was one of these guys who was practically an alternate. He got kind of this last minute call to come on. I think he had originally been cast for The Amazing Race, but like his wife wasn't all the way into Amazing Race, so they end up not doing that. And they said, "Hey, do you want to try the Survivor thing?" And he said, "All right, I'll try it out." So he didn't really even know what he was doing, but he was able to kind of play free and loose, and ended up with a pretty decent cash reward at the end of the day. So, yeah, it's sometimes when you don't know the game, or when you're playing with nothing to lose, you can play a little more free.
Yeah, absolutely. So that concludes the Brant Steele. So congratulations to Alfredo, like you said. You got any other thoughts on the game?
Boy, you know what? I really kind of enjoyed you learning a little bit about Survivor, being able to dig into my memory banks here and talk about how the game works, what you might have learned. Hopefully, this might interest you in a little bit of Survivor down the road someday. I don't know.
We'll see. It's still on my DVR.
It's still sitting there on the DVR. Gavin is still in it. He's doing just fine.
That's my local guy here. So
he's in it. But hopefully it was fun for you, Cody. Hopefully it was fun for you guys listening to us. Try and have a few laughs along the way here.
Yeah. So we got about 5 weeks left until the season premiere. I'm not sure we're going to be able to be back all 5 weeks unless we really come up with something to talk about each week. But we might be back a time or two. We might do a little preview before the season starts of maybe things that we've heard or just maybe stuff we want to talk about.
Yeah, I'm open to anything. We'll try and give you some interesting content and make this useful place to be.
Yep. So that's all I've got for tonight. Jay, you got anything else?
Nope. Let's sign out and give it a go.
Yep. So just to kind of touch base again, so you can reach out to us. AGT Time on Twitter, AGTcast on Facebook, AGTcast@gmail.com to email us. I'm on Twitter at Cody L. Patterson.
And I'm on Twitter at OneManBander. Would love to see some input from you guys. Was this worth our time? Did you have fun with it? Did you guess the winner? Are you satisfied with your winner of the season? Reach out to us. Give us some feedback.
Yep. Also, like, comment, review. What do they say?
Rate, review. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. iTunes. Leave us a review, 5 stars. We'd love to see that.
Blah blah blah. All those things that podcasters are supposed to say. Yeah,
that's right. Donate. We love donations. That'd be great too. Yeah. So
let's make this our full-time gig, Cody.
Yeah. So we'll holler back at you all when if we come back in the next few weeks. But that's all we've got for right now. So I guess we'll go ahead and sign off.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Have a good night.
Bye.